scientist, but I don't know of any drug without side effect. Doctors will always tell you that every drug might cure your ailment, but it will have a side effect. So in taking it, you have to do cost and benefit analysis. Which brings me to my first question. Maybe to Oshiomole, to any of the supporters or anybody who's supporting the government. Did the government do its cost and what did he call it now? Benefit analysis. It's really very, very genuine question. I come in peace. I come not bearing any grudges of any sorts. I'm not feeling too well, so I don't even have the strength to fight. But really, did they do the cost and benefit analysis? I'll tell you why I'm asking. Before this government came into play, I mean, it was a known report. I mean, just do a quick Google. A quick Googling right now, and Google Nigeria's debt, you would know that we've been paying about 90 to 95% to service debt. It's not news. It's not today's story. It did not emanate yesterday. It's been ongoing for a while, we know. And then you came and you campaigned and you said that you've got the solutions to the problem. I don't know if anybody's thinking in my direction. Because, the former president did it. Now this, I know it's not directly from the president, but Oshiomole, who's a senator, is very close to the government, I should say. So it's me deducing that the blame game has started. Can we hear about the solutions? We're not even asking for a quick fix. Can we? Okay, they've reeled out the solutions. How are we going to get the solutions become a reality? These are questions in my head. And not come telling me that the former administration... we already knew even before the government left that they were using 96 or thereabout % to service debts. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's not one of the worst things in the world. But what is the solution? What is the solution? And it reminds me of what you and I talked about yesterday, where I did postulate that there is the possibility that we have gone into a surgical operation without knowing what the solutions are. And while we are performing surgery in Nigeria has been cut open, and you look at us running helter-skelter, left, right, center, looking for solutions. And we don't even know what the solutions are just yet. And it looks like, you see, when we have conversations here on radio, we just don't come, because we want to be political or apolitical or whatever it is you call it. We come here because we want to be able to talk for development, and I mentioned that already. And why am I insisting or emphasizing on the conversation for development? Because when I started AdFags, or when I started on AdFags, I remember I talked about whether it's the right timing for the removal of petrol subsidy. And I said, see, I am one of those people who think that it's okay for us to remove subsidy, but is it the right timing? And we're back here again. And the blame games have started, and everybody's now beginning to point an accusing finger to the previous administration. And then I'm thinking, okay, fine, they did not do what they're supposed to do. Who has begun investigating the past government? Who has begun? Because certain allegations were made. They said the CBN, was favoring a certain set of people and, making others poor and, closing down businesses. Why is an investigation not being done to ensure that these people are brought in to face the law? He said that the economy has moved on from the one that a few people were making millions and billions without, working. It sounds like our conversation yesterday again. But then why are these people not brought in and arrested and made to pay for what they've done? Blame games. But I like to get your thoughts on blame games today. I really would do. So I'm looking at my screen. I've been talking for too long. I just came very angry today to work, I guess. Sorry about that. I've got a commercial break in 2 minutes time, but remember you can join the conversation after that. 0817-923-0002 is the number to call me with. And after that, you can use this other number, 0817-923-0003. Call me, and I'd like to hear from you, really. And there's the WhatsApp number, which you can also use to get to me, 0809-030-6416. What do you make of what Oshiomole have said? How are you reacting to it? I mean, for the first time in a long while, I've told you what I think. I've told you what I believe, and I usually don't do that. But I've done that. I'm asking you now to react to what either I've said or what Oshiomole have said. What are your reactions to the blame game? Buhari left us a very worse economy, he said. But what is the solution, I'm asking? I don't know if you're asking what I'm asking. Maybe you've got better questions to ask Oshiomole or whoever's in government. Or maybe you're in a better place to defend the government. But I'll really would love to get your opinion. And that's what we do here. We entertain a variety of opinions. A commercial break coming up. When I do come back, we continue the conversation. Please do stay tuned. minds and hear what your thoughts are all about, on this very issue. I've told you I've bet my mind. It's time for you to tell me what you think. All right. So for those of you joining, Hard Facts with Kalada Kurubatabo on 92.3 Nigeria Info, and we are looking at a statement credited to Oshiomole, where he said the worst economy was the one Buhari left behind. And he said, 96% of revenue is used for servicing debt. But I was like, that's something we already know. Why are they sounding surprised? Why is this government sounding surprised? That's something we already know. Anyways, enough of me. Let's get to your Hugh. 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp number 0809 0306 Remember, we've got a call screener who's a lady, and she's going to take your calls and she's going to listen to you, and we will talk for development. And I've got Facebook Live streaming, Nigerian for PH is the handle. On X, we're active, Nigerian for PH as well, and on YouTube, Nigerian for PH. Clinton from Buhari, welcome. What's on your mind, please? Hello, Clinton.
I don't want to sound as if I'm complaining, because I voted in this government. I'm part of those that brought in this government.
Okay. Then
I'm national chairman of the APC.
Ah.
What role did he play in ensuring that the policies, the economic policies of the former president was benefiting Nigerians? It did nothing at all through his tenure as a national chairman. He started coming out in public now to make some concessions that will put the former president in negation with this current president. It's bad. They said we borrow a lot to borrow a lot in this country. And recently, I just read online now that we secured $3 billion foreign dollars. And we are still saying we are borrowing. I don't know. I don't understand again. I'm tired.
All right. Thank you very much, Clinton. There. Thank you for your thoughts. Keep those calls coming in. Let's see. What do I have here? Bernard from Port Harcourt says, hello, Canada. Why is Adams Oshiomole complaining? The APC handed over to another APC government. Why the complaint? Can you compare Nigeria's economy under PDP era with what we see now? APC should stop complaining and get down to work. They needed power and they've gotten it, so let them work their talk. Daniel from Imo Gates. Daniel, greetings. What's on your mind?
Good evening, Kalada. Daniel Imo Gates.
Yeah, good evening.
My take on this topic is that it is their turn. Even in both parties, their party, PDP, APC, or whatever, they will say, "Go, you are the one to go for Senate." What I'm trying to say here is that they are clueless. They are not there to better the economy. Like you said, if they know that they have no solution, why are they there? They are not there to better the economy. They are there. Okay, look at what is happening with our senators that just went there. It's only we, I am not included anyway. Honorable Nigerians that during the elections, we go and shout for them. They give the women a rapper. Not that they are there to help ordinary Nigerians. Upon what we are suffering, they will go and borrow money to fund their flamboyant lifestyle. Whereby ordinary Nigeria, it doesn't matter. They can still go and be borrowing from China to live the standard of life they want. Where ordinary Nigerians, whether they die or live, it is not their problem. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much as well. I've got Nimi from Elikaya. Nimi, greetings to you. Welcome on the show. What's on your mind, please?
Hello, Canada.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Talking about the government and its blame game, you know. You look at the political structure in Nigeria, and someone will say Nigerian political parties don't have ideology.
Okay.
So while that is true, we see that they have ideologies. Ideology of blame, especially parties to be very big. And the last 8 years, they spent most of their time blaming the previous government, and then you expect that we continue whatever it is for us. And still, you come and pretend as if they're not aware of what happened in the past 8 years. Filo was corrupt. This is happening. We are servicing debts. But we are part of the government. The people here are still part of the government in one way or the other. The current chief of staff was the one, approving all those bills and making them to act. He was speaker. He was aware of these things. So how can we say that they are not aware? I think until we have a political culture where we can hold our politicians accountable, and especially during campaign periods, not getting carried away by flowery statements, because when they campaign, you could see that they were not talking about the reality on ground. You make promises, you don't speak about these issues about the country. You talk about other things, do this, do that, and then when you get into office, you see that they're unprepared for the task at hand. So I still believe that to stop this, we must bring the whole police accountable.
All right.
Stop being gullible. When they make promises, you don't take it serious until you see that the real things have been addressed.
All right.
Okay?
All right then. All right. Thank you, Nimi. Thank you, Nimi, for your time. I've got Alumba. Alumba is calling from Woji.
I greet you, Daniel. I'm in Canada.
You're welcome.
What I want to talk about is Yablenge you are talking about. You see, when they talk about democracy, what Nigeria is practicing now is not democracy. What they're practicing has no name. It has no name. As long as it comes to context of governance, we see get a name where we want to call what they're practicing now. The other thing that about army takeover in Niger, people say, the worst military, the best democracy, democracy is better than best military. It's a lie. It's just to deceive the people. Mama Gaddafi is a military man. It's the best government ever in the east of Africa. Go and check out. Google and find out. The best government in the east of Africa. See, what they are practicing in Nigeria is not book. That thing, they'll give it a name with time.
All right.
We'll give it a name with time.
All right then.
Because all this election will continue as long as allow injustice to remain. People can read election with impunity and get away with it.
All right.
It's not going to get it. We'll not go to better. Except we usually get up and prison people. Don't look in their face.
All right then.
All right. For prison. They are persecuting Trump now. And who among them big like Trump? Are you telling me?
All right. All right, thank you very much. I wonder if what connected to what we're saying, but no, thank you for calling nonetheless. But let's even look at the statement credited to Oshiomole, or made by Oshiomole, that Buhari's economy is the worst legacy in terms of economics that anybody can get. Let's look at it. When Buhari was president, things were not as bad as things are right now. So can we then go back to the conversation we had yesterday? Can we say the policy may be deeper than we expected it to be? The problem may be, may be beyond surface level, like we've been dressing it in our conversations, and too difficult to handle. So it brings us to several other conversations that we've had. First, when the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, said, see, Nigeria is one of the most difficult places to lead, brings us back to the conversation. Or it brings us to the conversation where Obasanjo did say that, was it Obasanjo, I think, that majority of the people who, have tried leading have not been prepared for leadership in the country. Daniel is calling from Diob. Let's listen to Daniel. Daniel, welcome.
Good evening, Canada.
Yeah, good evening. What's on your mind?
My name is Daniel, calling from Diob.
All right, welcome, Daniel.
I actually enjoy it when I hear APC and party members cast the blame on each other. Because in the Bible, when Jesus wanted to rescue the woman of the prostitute that they wanted to stone to death, he said, "Hey, who is without sin should be the first to cast the stone." Christians started casting the stone at people before assuming the post, but now they are there. If they are without sin, we should know if they are without sin. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel. Let's go to the phone lines and I'm sorry, the messages and see what we've got there. This one says, what is Oshiomole saying? I don't even understand him. Betrayal. My name is Confidence from Uzuzueche. This one says, good evening, Canada. Neither President Tinubu nor his vice nor any of his official spokesperson have gone the way of blaming the past administration for our current economic woes. Why are you then seriously taking Senator Oshiomole's statement as the position of the government? You're simply rallying anger of the people against the government needlessly. The Naira has gained over 200 Naira against the USD in the last 24 hours, and yet here you or your station mention it on your show today. I can only imagine the kind of conversation you would be having on your show if the Naira had depreciated by 200 Naira against the dollar in 24 hours. The government is still less than 80 days in office. Let's take things easy so we don't end up causing serious people we don't cause a serious problem, for ourselves if we push the people to revolt. Influence from Port Harcourt. The issues influence. Listen to the 3 o'clock conversation. I mentioned the dollar gaining to the Naira in the parallel market, by the way, not in the official market. So you could go listen to that on Facebook. It's live on Facebook. You could go play the recording all over again before you judge, and you should listen carefully, please. And secondly, I've not said Oshiomole is a part of the government. I did mention that Oshiomole is close to the government, and I did say he's also an APC member, and is not just an ordinary APC member. I remember mentioning very clearly that Oshiomole is also what do you call it now? An influential person in the APC. And I did not say the government is at fault, but I said, if we are now playing the blame game, does it mean that we're not ready to be in government? And it's as simple as that. Does it mean that, Oshiomole was elected himself to represent the people. Is it saying he was not prepared to be? And moreover, he was talking about the executive arm of government. He wasn't talking about the legislative arm of government. And so I'm focused on what he has said. And if he's saying that XYZ is XYZ, why can't I talk about it? I'm asking you, Influence. I'd like to hear from you on that one. But let's see. And nobody's inciting anybody. We're talking for development, remember. This one says, I get confused when politicians remember what is good after the person must have left. I respected Adams when he was NLC president. It seems when they become politicians, they tend to lose their conscience. It's Buhari not the person that he became APC chair. I wouldn't be surprised if he says the same after Tinubu's time. I wonder how they sleep. Ugochukwu Agba from Port Harcourt. I've got Gladsome from Thai LGA. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello, Carter.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right, well, good evening to you. Welcome.
Yes, my solution, my suggestion to this problem is that we should apologize to the person of Kojo Iweala, who made Nigerian economy, who delivered Nigeria from the debt they have owed even before her mother was born. And she delivered Nigeria to this extent and freed Nigeria from every external debt. And they pushed them out without any recognition, without any understanding of what they were doing. And I want to beg them to go and beg that woman to come back and give them the solution to what we can do with our economy, because she's an economic expert. And to Oshiomole, it is very discrediting for a person of his nature to make such a statement, because I used to respect him when he was a labor.
All right, I guess we lost that connection there. All right, let's read some more messages. So it says, good evening. I don't think Oshiomole's comment is aimed to discredit Buhari. He was simply trying to define a problem, a critical first step towards solving it. The problem defined is I've solved Dr. Gift Waldo. But exactly my point. I'm not here to also play the blame game, to blame him. No, I'm saying the problem should have been, first of all, defined before even they were elected into office. I'm happy Dr. Gift Waldo sent in a message so he understands where I'm coming from. First of all, it should have been defined. And so when the policies that were being reeled out, it would have been reeled out, to actually tackle this solution. He's saying that the policies are like a drug with a side effect, and we're feeling the side effects now. But I do not know. These side effects are more powerful than even the sickness itself. I'm wondering if you agree with me on that one. But let's go on Facebook and let's see what we've got there on Facebook and read some comments. This one's from Austin Jumbo. The simple truth is that our politicians have all lost the ability and the capacity to feel shame, he said. Sami Kere says, I don't doubt the obvious truth, but Oshiomole was a benefactor of Buhari's government, and how come he was silent all through? Watched out, or you say I should watch out, he will say worse when this current government leaves. All right, I've been told I've got to leave the studio. Apparently, there's a commercial coming up. So once we come back from the other side of the news, we'll continue the conversation. Do stay tuned.